So I just wanted to come on and, give a little life update, tell you how I'm doing. I know it's been a while since I've uploaded anything about my trip. My editor is having some issues with something in one of my videos, in my next one, so it should be up sometime this week, we're hoping, but we're not really sure at the moment. It's just not going as anticipated. So I just kind of wanted to fill you guys in on, my week, my month, I guess. And, just kind of tell you guys how it is. So this week has been super busy. I guess last week has been super busy because this week just started. So Thursday, Brad and I went to the river with one of our really close friends and had an awesome time. We got into like a kerfluffle with a guy and like some girls that he was with. So the river that we go to is like a really common river here in Washington, but we go to a spot that's literally called The Spot, and it's just off of like a river that like everybody goes to, but it's just farther down and you have to like walk a specific way to get to it. And we've never really seen anyone in that area. Like I've been going there with him for a couple of years, but he's been going way longer than that. But since I've been there, the most I've seen is like maybe 5 people at a time, and it's like a family off on like the other side of the river. You just have to walk across it. But we saw 2 people, like 2 different sets of people, leave as we were going up. So we were like, okay, like no one's gonna be there, super cool. And we'd been there maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours, I'm not really sure. And this guy, so I have 3 dogs, and they're all very small dogs. This one is Talia, and she's very loud, and she's super anxious, so she gets really barky, I guess. She barks a lot. She's just a dog. And so when she starts barking, all of our other dogs start barking. And we take them to this river, and we go there because no one's ever there, so we can like take them off the leash and let them free roam so that they can have a good time and we can have a good time. And they are really good at listening, so like they'll come when they're called, but we never really run into anyone. So this guy comes and he walks across like the other bank of the river on the other side, and our dogs go to bark at him, and we're, yelling at them to stop and like trying to get them to come over, but they really don't like this dude. And a couple of minutes later, he starts walking on the side of the bank that we're on, and he passes behind us. So like if we're here, he's walking here, and like I watch him walk, and then I smiled. I was like, hey, because like I didn't have a problem, and I didn't think he did either. And then as he's walking, he like stops couple feet down from us, and some girls on like inner tubes come down, like floating down the river, like cool, have your fun, I don't have a problem with it, like no one has a problem with it, that's awesome, your inner tubes are super cool. And so Talia goes up to the guy, and what she does is she barks, and she'll like walk up to you like with her head bowed, so that she's not trying to attack you, she's just trying to let you know like, I'm here, I'm anxious, these are my people, like, don't fuck with us. And so she's walking up to him, barking, and she's, like, not aggressive. Like, she's the size of a football. Like, she's fine. And, this guy picks up a rock, and I, like, looked at Brad, and I was like, he's not gonna hit her with it. And he, like, sets it down, and I was like, alright, like, whatever, maybe he's just stupid, I don't know. And so she's barking. I'm like telling her like, Ty, come on. And she's not listening. And so he picks up a rock again. And I yelled because I don't have a problem getting into a fight. Like I've never been in a fight, but like I'm a very confrontational person. Like I don't care. Like I will fight you. if I, you know, fail, like, if I get beat, like, whatever, I don't care. But I was yelling to Talia, I was like, come here, Talia, he's gonna hit you with a rock. Just so that he knew that I saw what he was doing. And, he's like, only if it bites me. And I don't condone animal cruelty, animal abuse. Like, I'm not for it. I'm not for it. But, like, this tiny dog, Talia, say hi, Talia. This dog is small enough that if she bit you, like, on the hand, you could just push her away. Like, she's not gonna do anything. And if necessary, like, you could shove her out of the way with your foot and be fine. And so I was really confused. Like, is this grown man really scared of this thing right here? Like, what is she gonna do to you? And, so, you know, I yelled, and I was like, I don't really care. Like, you can be mad at me all you want. And so him and his friends leave, and they're going down the river. Like, the girls are still floating on the inner tube, so, like, whatever. But, like, he's walking down with them, and it comes to, like, this turn. So, like, the river turns like this, and then it goes straight, and this is where we were. And then it turns again, like, farther down. So, as they get to that turn, you know, he says something and, like, turns around to look at us again. And, like, our dogs aren't paying attention to him anymore. Like, he's gone. They're just playing in the water now. And he says something, and I yell to him, you know, what are you gonna do? If you have an issue, come back and we can handle it. And, like, I'm not trying to sound tough because I'm not. Like, I'm a 4'10" little mini girl. Like, I'm not big and bad, and I know I'm not, but, like, I will fight to the death to protect things that I love. Like, that's just how I am, how I've always been. So, you know, he doesn't say anything and he leaves. So, that was my Thursday. Or my Thursday. Wednesday, we went to our friend's graduation party. His graduation party at his parents' house, and it was super fun. Had a lot of fun hanging out with his family. We played some games. We played, like, cornhole, I think it's called. And then we played, I don't know what it's called, but it's like you have these two balls on a string and you have to, like, throw them onto, like, this three-pronged, like, thing. I don't know, and they're each worth a point, or, like, a certain amount of points. That was really cool. We hung out for a few hours, and then we came home. Saturday was Pride, the first day of Pride. So, we were supposed to get up early and go to the parade, but we didn't do that. So we got up, I got ready, and, because Brad's easy, you know, he just puts clothes on, and I'm over here, like, I have to shave, I have to do my makeup, I gotta look good. So, you know, we got ready, we headed out, and we met up with friends, and it was super awesome, had a great time. We spent almost all day there. Like, it had to have been at least 10 hours that we were out there. And it was a super fun time. I had, you know, it was one of the best prides I've had in years. Sorry, that was not my face. That we've had, I've had in years. And that was really rad. We came home and had, you know, intended on taking a nap, but we couldn't. So we got home at like we got home at like 8:45. And we had told one of our really close friends that had a drag show that we would be there, and that show started at 10. So we didn't have time to take a nap and eat, so we had to just eat. So we ate, we went back into Portland for our friend's drag show. We saw their boyfriend, hung out with him, and had a blast. We were up in the VIP area, so it was on a balcony, and we had like a bottle of champagne. they gave you like these tickets when you bought VIP, and you could have, it was like 4, so like we each got 5 tickets, and it was for a drink. So we had 4 glasses of champagne and a vodka and Sprite. And had a really good time, came home, and I had like 2 beers here at home with Brad's brother, and like one of our roommates, Brad's cousin, and then his cousin's girlfriend. We had a really good time. You know, it got pretty emotional, just for like different reasons for some of us, but like it got really emotional, and we all kind of like hugged it out, and we were like, I love you. But we had a lot of fun most of the time. I didn't go to bed until like 3:45, 4 o'clock. It could have been like 4:30 at that time. It might have been. And we had to get up at 6:30. I got lucky, and Brad let me sleep until like 6:45 because I'm a terrible person to wake up. And he was like, if I give her 15 minutes, maybe she'll get up when I need her to. So he let me sleep in a little bit. We got up and went over to our friend's house, and she did our makeup for Pride Day 2. Now, I was exhausted. We had been out at Pride on Saturday for hours, and then only had 2 hours of sleep. And we were supposed to go back out to Pride and spend hours. So we ended up watching the parade with my family for... You okay? Come on. We ended up watching the parade for a couple hours, maybe 2 hours, with my family. And then we went to meet up with the friends that did our makeup. They had to leave because one of them had to go to work. And so they wanted to get food, but because of Pride, we were broke. So we went with them. They got food. They left. We went back into Pride, and we were like, okay, well, we'll go to the festival. And we walked in, made it like halfway through, like one line of booths and stuff, and I just looked at Brad and I was like, I cannot do this. I'm emotionally exhausted. I'm physically exhausted. I cannot be here. And he was like, all right, cool. I didn't want to ask you if you wanted to leave because, like, you told me that you wanted to hang out, but, like, I'm tired too, and I just want to go home. And I was like, all right, cool, let's go. So all we did for Pride Day 2 was sat and watched the parade, and then we walked through Pride to get out the other side. And we had to walk like 14 or 15 blocks to get to where our car was parked. So we came home, and because it was Father's Day, we had planned to go to dinner with my mom and my stepdad to celebrate. And we came home, we were like, okay, well, we're gonna take a nap, just call us when you're ready to go to dinner. We'll meet you wherever you go. And I never got a call, and we woke up at like 9, and so I texted my mom, and I was like, I'm guessing you guys didn't go out? And she was like, no, we had something else that we were doing, and it went later than planned, and so we just went grocery shopping afterwards, and I think we're just gonna go out on some other day so that Brad can come on one of his off days. And I was like, alright, cool, that works, like, that's fine. So we had dinner, and because we had taken a nap and gotten up so late, we didn't go to bed until like, well, I didn't go to bed until like 4:30, and I had to get up for work today, and I got up at 11, which is like a normal time for me, but with how exhausted I've been because of the last few days, it was absolutely horrible. I mean, today all I did at work was, you know, take the kiddo to the pool, so it was super easy. And so that was my day today. Didn't really do anything. Yeah, we went to the pool, had a great time. He just graduated kindergarten, got his little diploma, and his last day of school is on Wednesday. A couple weeks ago, my brother graduated kindergarten, and it was so cute. He sang this song called Don't Laugh at Me with his class. I guess they had been working on it through the year, or like close to the end of the year. And the song is about, you know, not laughing at people for differences or disabilities or just, you know, things that you may not be used to or accustomed to. And my brother's disabled, so our whole family cried for a while. Like, I cried even after graduation. I was like, that was the cutest thing I'd ever seen. And I think that that's about it. I just wanted to come and give you guys like a life update for the last couple weeks. I mean, I know that it was only like this week, but my life's really uneventful and like not exciting at all. So nothing's been happening. Today, or not today, but this week was like the busiest week that I've had in months. I did, however, want to say just before I go that because it is Pride season and it's Pride month, and you know, everyone's really excited, and I totally understand that because like I was really excited too. But if you've already been to Pride this month, I just want to say that I'm thankful that you're safe, and I'm really happy that you were able to just have a great time. And if you haven't yet been to Pride this month, please be safe. Please do everything you can to, you know, protect yourself and those that you're going to be with. And if you can't go to Pride because, like, you're not out or you have really unsupportive family or friends, then just know that, like, we love you, we accept you, and we're so proud of you. But with where the world's at right now, we being like me and Brad, but mainly me right now just because I'm talking, just please be safe, okay? This year's already been really bad for our community, and I don't want anything, I just don't want more stuff to continue happening. And I know that, like, we can't control it, and it's horrible that we can't, but just please be as safe as you can. When we were at the parade yesterday, someone had dropped like a glass bottle behind where my family and I were sitting, and I had an anxiety attack, and the first thing that came through my head when I heard it was, I need to get my brother on the ground, and I need to be on top of him, because I need to be the one, oh Jesus, Talia, I need to be the one that can protect him when the bomb goes off, because that's where we are right now. That's the world that we live in right now, and that's terrifying. But on a happier note, look at this tan. That's insane. Look at, I'm so burnt. I don't burn. What is this? I guess that's what happens when you spend like 5 days in the sun in a row. Yeah, I know that was a pretty heavy thing to say at the very end, and I probably should have started with it, but here we are. Anyways, like, subscribe, and comment. Hit the bell if you feel like it, because if you do, you'll see more of this cutie. Yeah, hi. I love you. Alright, guys.